Hello, 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 and allow me to introduce you to the Savannah Part 2, Robots Edition. The robots are seen as nothing but weapons for the Lions, yet they went out of their way to make sure they had souls. Damaged souls, but souls nonetheless. When they first made the robots, they fought well, but it was more like they were just doing a job. They didn't care about the cause at all. There was no passion, and they had no will to live, so they were just getting killed left and right, which meant the Lions had to constantly be making robots, and they could never keep up with the production. So they turned to soul magic, ancient and forbidden. Only lions and eagles were powerful enough to use it, and both races had sworn to never do so. But the lions were out of options. They began learning how to create souls. They couldn't control anything to do with the personalities of the souls, but they could create them, and then put them into a robot body. Then they would raise and train the robots to fight, making them value nothing but their cause. The reason the soul magic was so forbidden in the first place, though, was because it required souls to do, either as fuel or a base. So the lions would remove the souls from coma patients, dying soldiers, sick mothers, anyone. Then they would refresh them and put them into a metal body. Refreshing them made it so that they were a new person entirely, though it wasn't uncommon to meet a robot that reminded you of a lost loved one to an eerie extent. They couldn't remember their past life, or that they even had a past life. The metal life was all they knew, growing up in factories and arenas until they were 12. Then they became guards until they were 18. Then they went off to war. Despite each soul being unique, the Lions only built male robots, because in the Lion Society, girls weren't meant to fight. So, a lot of little robot girls had a lot of problems with their bodies and who they really were. The robots were very aware and sentient, but they were still treated as nothing more than hunks of metal, to be discarded and thrown off to war. Tari is a robot, if you have not noticed, in the story. She is one of the main characters, and the robots, unfortunately, disappeared along with the lions and the eagles, so she is the only one that we meet in the story. And if you ever see more, well, can't say. Spoilers. But one thing you might notice about the robots' designs is the tails meant to, well, look like lions. Except the tails are very robotic, and these are their charging cables. Just plug it into a wall, they go into sleep mode, which is where their eyes turn red. They're naturally really gold because that's lion magic color and just a common eye color with lions. That means they're on if it's gold, and a certain part of their body is red, or not red, green, to indicate they are on. And if they are not, a certain part of their body is red, other than to indicate they're off, along with their eyes going red and dull and dim. But that's the robots, and their life is a living horror movie. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you continue to enjoy them. But that's all I have to say on them for now, so bye!